Hi everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and I have another project for you today featuring the Healing Hug stamp set. This is one of our distinctive stamps, which means it's a brand new design. It's a brand new kind of stamp. It's a red rubber. You can see here it's mounted either on clear or wood mount, and it feels almost flat, but it has very, very fine lines. I don't think you can see it in the video, but it has very fine lines that creates a photorealistic image just with one stamp. You can stamp it one time in one color ink and get a really amazing deep image. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I'm gonna use it with this beautiful tufted embossing folder in gold foil. All right, well, let's get started. Now, the first thing that we need to do is pull over our grid paper because I'm gonna do some stamping off onto this piece of paper. Now, the little one here in the middle measures 4 by 3 1/4. And let's see, we're gonna start with Gorgeous Grape. But for these two images here on the side, I'm gonna stamp off so that the color is a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna do one in that corner, stamp off, and do one in that corner. Now I'm gonna do this one, which really looks kind of like baby's breath, and I'm gonna do it in Coastal Cabana. I like Coastal Cabana and Gorgeous Grape together. They're beautiful. Maybe one here in the corner like that. All right, now we need to create these popped up pieces. So we're gonna stamp those on a separate piece of paper. We're gonna cut them out. And this time we're gonna do our flower in full strength, no stamping off. So there's that one. And then we're gonna do the leaves 2 times in Coastal Cabana. All right, let's get all the ink out of the way for now. Now, when you cut something out, you want to make sure to have your sharpest scissors, and I think the smaller they are, the better. The easier you can get into these nooks and crannies. So just go around your images, and I like to leave a little bit of a white edge to them. That will kind of hide any boo-boos that you have. If your cutting isn't smooth, the eye is only going to see the edge of the stamped image, not the edge of the white paper. So leave a little edge around it. When I was teaching kindergarten, I would tell them to leave a little cloud around the edge of their drawn piece or whatever they were cutting. That way we see only the edges of the image. All right, so go around and do that one. And then we're gonna do the leaves. Notice I'm cutting off excess paper as I go. That will help you get closer and not be so cumbersome with the paper. It won't be so bulky. So go around these edges. There we go, one more. Now, some of you may be saying, oh, fussy cutting. But you know, it's taking me probably less than a minute to do all of this. And it's gonna create quite a beautiful sight on your card. It's gonna create a lot of dimension, and it'll be worth it. And some of you are saying, yay, fussy cutting. We all seem to have different opinions about fussy cutting. All right, so let's bring this piece back over, and you're gonna want to get your dimensionals. And I'm gonna put this beauty right here between the two, and then another dimensional for the leaves. I'm going to kind of slide it underneath like that so it's coming off the side. There we go, so pretty. All right, now let's set that aside and let's do our embossing. This new embossing folder is one of my all-time favorites. It's really gorgeous. It's the tufted embossing folder. Now we want the image to be raised on the shiny side. And if you're doing regular cardstock, you don't really have to worry. But this has a white background, and we don't want the popped up side on the white. So feel your embossing folder, and wherever the recessed images, wherever it goes down, that's where you're going to put your gold side. And you can also remember it's usually where the logo is on our embossing folders. So put the gold side down. That way, these that are puffed up are going to push that paper down into the recessed part. All right, now pull over your Big Shot, and you're going to need only one clear plate for this because the embossing folder is so thick. And put it on there. Hopefully I keep that straight in there. I didn't move it around too much. Run it through. And beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Oh, I think I'm going to use this new embossing folder quite a bit. All right, so now I've got a gorgeous grape card base, and it measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to put this gold piece, which is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches, put it right there. Now let's get our other piece, and we're going to use dimensionals for this one. Now, if you haven't written down the measurements, don't worry. I've got a link here on YouTube in the description back to my original post where I did this project and 2 other projects featuring the Healing Hug stamp set. I originally did them on a Facebook Live. I've got a PDF there with all the measurements and the product information for you. So go back, scroll through, you'll find it right under this picture. Click on it and you can print it and save it. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of a double bow. I'm going to take some Whisper White twine. I'm going to wrap it around my 4 fingers about 3 or 4 times. Then I'm going to just take it and twist it like a figure 8. And I do want it to be a little bit messy. All right, now with my paper snips, I'm going to get a glue dot and I'm going to take it and put it right here. And I'm going to get another glue dot and put it right there, right next to each other. And I'm going to take the center of that and just kind of squeeze it down into those glue dots like that. Now I'm going to make a bow with our mini striped ribbon. This is, of course, Gorgeous Grape. Beautiful, gorgeous grape. Oh, let's see. You can twist those before you tighten them if they're not laying the way that you want them. And another glue dot. And I think I'm going to put 2 glue dots this time just to make sure we hold down all that twine. There we go. Beautiful. Now, what about the inside? I feel like we need to make the inside a little bit fancy. So get a piece of Whisper White that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I am using the sentiment, this one that says Get Well Soon. Now, if you don't need a Get Well Soon card, you could use any sentiment. Birthday, Happy Mother's Day, whatever you want. And I'm just going to stamp that right there in the middle. And then get our flower and do one there. And how about one there? Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can come back with that baby's breath and do a little bit of that too. Let's see, how about that? Beautiful. All right, the last thing we need to do is put it on the inside. All right, I hope you have enjoyed this project today. Remember, the stamp set is called Healing Hugs, and I have 2 other projects featuring this stamp set over on my blog. Make sure you go and visit. Let me know if you have questions, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.